Beloved, hear me now, for I speak not from the wisdom of man, but from the eternal law that governs heaven and earth. The Spirit of truth reveals what lies hidden in the hearts of men. The enemy works through envy, through falsehood, through counterfeit voices that seek to drain your light. But you are not called to be blind. You are called to discern. You are called to see with the eyes of spirit and hear with the ears of the divine. Say aloud, I see through the mask of deception. I know the truth. I am guided by divine light. The law is clear. What is true carries peace. What is false carries poison. Envy seeks to corrupt your abundance. Falsehood seeks to steal your vision. But no lie can endure in the presence of spiritual authority. When you stand in divine vibration, the counterfeit falls, the pretender trembles, the envious one is revealed. Declare now, I will not be deceived. I recognize the serpent of envy. I expose the spirit of falsehood. I walk in divine prosperity, untouched by their shadows. 10 signs are given. 10 ways to recognize the deceivers who move in secret envy. They flatter without sincerity. They rejoice at your setbacks. They mirror your words but not your spirit. They compete instead of celebrate. They whisper in the dark what they will not say in the light. They drain but do not give. They seek your favor but resent your power. They imitate your calling but lack divine anointing. They cloak themselves in humility but burn with hidden pride. They love your blessing but not your being. Speak this now. I break the power of envy around me. I dissolve every false friendship. I call forth only truth, only loyalty, only divine connection into my life. You must understand, envy is spiritual theft in disguise. It is the vibration of lack, clothed in false admiration. Falsehood is the mask of weakness pretending to be wisdom, but divine law is sharper than any blade. It cuts through appearances and reveals the heart. So I say to you, align with truth. Demand truth. Live in truth. For where truth abides, abundance flows unceasingly. And where falsehood lingers, poverty, confusion, and stagnation soon follow. Lift your voice. I align with divine law. I stand in my identity as chosen, prosperous, powerful. No falsehood can enter my circle. No envy can touch my light. The time is now. Awaken your discernment. Walk as one who cannot be deceived. For the spirit within you is greater than every mask, every whisper, every shadow. Your abundance is guarded by the law of God, and your destiny is sealed with fire. Hear this, for it is spirit that speaks. Flattery without fire is the tongue of deception, the cloak of envy, the mask of falsehood. There are those who speak well of you, but their hearts burn with resentment. They say you are great, you are powerful, you are gifted, yet their words carry no anointing, no breath of truth, no spark of genuine joy. Their lips pour honey, but their spirit drips venom. Their praise is a performance, not a prophecy. Their admiration is hollow, a shadow of sincerity. Say aloud, I discern the empty praise. I refuse the counterfeit blessing. I accept only what is born of spirit and rooted in truth. For the law is eternal. What comes from the heart of light ignites your spirit, but what comes from envy leaves your soul untouched. True praise is a seed. It nourishes, it strengthens, it multiplies your power. But false praise is dust. It scatters, it withers, it leaves nothing behind. When the envious flatter, they seek to weave a net around you, to entangle your confidence, to sit close to your fire while secretly resenting its warmth. They desire to taste of your abundance, but not to honor its source. Declare this now, I will not be deceived by words without power. I call forth only voices of truth, voices of loyalty, voices lit with divine flame. The Spirit reveals, empty flattery is a test of discernment. For envy cannot always curse you openly, it must disguise itself, it must wear the garments of admiration. The serpent does not hiss in the daylight, it slithers softly, whispering affirmations, bending its tongue to sound like love. But the spirit of truth within you burns brighter than deception. You will feel the absence of fire. You will sense the hollowness of their words. When praise carries no vibration, no warmth, no resonance in your soul, know this, envy is near, falsehood is present, shadows are at work. Speak this aloud, my spirit is not blind, my ears hear the difference, my heart knows the truth. I discern flattery without fire, and I break its power in my life. For envy cannot create, envy can only mimic, envy cannot celebrate, envy can only flatter, envy cannot bless, envy can only mask itself in half-truths. The counterfeit may imitate the sound of joy, but it cannot release the fragrance of love. It may echo the language of praise, but it cannot carry the vibration of spirit. It is hollow, it is empty, it is powerless. And when you learn to recognize it, you are no longer entangled by it. Declare again, I am surrounded by truth, I am shielded by loyalty, I am guarded by divine fire, and no counterfeit tongue can touch me. The law is exact, what is false must fall, what is true must rise. The envious may flatter, but their words wither before your discernment. They may sit at your table, but their secret cannot hide from Spirit's light. You are given the power to see, to know, to expose. You are not called to walk in confusion but in clarity. You are not called to be deceived but to discern. You are not called to feed on hollow words, but to feast on truth, loyalty, and divine blessing. Say it now, every false voice is removed from my circle. Every counterfeit praise is dissolved. I magnetize only true companions, true supporters, true mirrors of my greatness. And so it is. For you are chosen, you are guarded, you are awakened. The fire of discernment burns within you, and no empty flattery can cross its flame. Hear this word with fire in your spirit. The silent celebration of your setbacks is the mark of hidden envy, the proof of a heart not aligned with truth, the signal of a soul chained in darkness. There are those who sit in your circle, who call themselves friend, who smile in your presence, yet when you stumble, when you fall, when you face delay, they rejoice in secret. Their lips do not confess it, but their spirit shouts it. Their silence when you suffer is not the silence of prayer, but the silence of secret delight. They are not moved to lift you, they are satisfied to see you lowered. They are not stirred to intercede, they are content to watch you bleed. Say aloud, I am not blind to silent enemies. I see beyond the smile, I hear beyond the silence, I discern the hidden celebration of my fall. For the law is eternal, what loves you in truth cannot rejoice at your pain. Love does not clap for your failure. Spirit does not delight in your setback. Divine companions mourn with you in loss, and rise with you in victory. But falsehood betrays itself, for envy cannot hide its satisfaction when you are wounded. They may not laugh aloud, but their spirit feasts. They may not speak it, but their eyes reveal it. Their silence is loud. Their absence is a declaration. When you need their hand, they withdraw it. When you need their word, they withhold it. They do not cover your fall, they expose it in whispers. They do not heal your wound, they salt it in secret. Declare, every enemy of my destiny is revealed. Every pretender in my circle is exposed. I walk with those who rise when I rise, who weep when I weep, who bless when I am blessed. Understand this law. The silent celebration of your setback is evidence of their own defeat. For those who rejoice in another's fall call judgment upon themselves. The law of sowing and reaping is eternal. What they clap for in your life shall return to their own house. What they silently celebrate shall be the harvest they themselves must eat. You need not curse them, for the curse is already within them. You need not strike them, for divine law will strike in due season. You need only discern, distance, and declare your freedom. Speak this now, no setback defines me. Every fall is fuel for my rising. I am not broken by delay, I am accelerated by it. I am not diminished by trial, I am multiplied by it. Every silent enemy watches me ascend beyond their reach. For Spirit says this, your setbacks are not defeats, they are disguises of progress. What appears as loss is preparation for greater gain. And those who secretly celebrate your moment of struggle shall be forced to watch your ascension with astonishment. The very mouths that were silent in your pain shall be silenced again by your prosperity. The very eyes that glittered in secret joy at your fall shall be blinded by the brilliance of your rise. They will not clap when you succeed, but their silence will once again testify, and heaven will record it. Declare with authority, I will not be deceived by false companions. I recognize those who cannot celebrate my rising. I remove from my life every voice that rejoices at my struggle. My circle is refined by fire. Only truth remains, only loyalty abides, only spirit-ordained allies surround me. And so it is written in divine law, your setbacks are stepping stones, your falls are fuel, your delays are disguises of destiny. Those who secretly rejoice in your struggle cannot touch the abundance written for you, for the Spirit of truth guards your path. Lift your voice and decree, I rise, I rise, I rise. My setbacks are dissolved into victory, and every false witness is revealed. Hear this revelation with the ears of your soul. The echo without spirit is the sound of emptiness, the imitation of truth without its power, the repetition of light without its flame. There are those who will repeat your words, mimic your declarations, mirror your language, but they do not carry the vibration of spirit. They echo, but they do not embody. They speak, but they do not create. They declare, but nothing manifests. For the words of the Spirit are not borrowed, they are born. And what is not born of Spirit carries no breath of life, no current of fire, no authority in heaven or on earth. Say aloud, I am not moved by hollow echoes. I am aligned only with words of power, words with spirit, words that create. For divine law is exact, true speech is vibration, not vocabulary. You can know a man by the weight of his words. Words lit with spirit pierce the atmosphere. They ignite the soul, they shift reality. But words without spirit fall to the ground like dust. They sound familiar, but they do not resonate. They sound correct, but they do not transform. They are echoes, empty imitations of living truth. Envy cannot create, so it copies. Falsehood cannot originate, so it imitates. The counterfeit always repeats the form but misses the fire. Declare now, I discern the hollow echo. I reject imitation. I call forth only the voice of spirit that carries weight, life, and transformation. The spirit within you knows the difference. You hear it when someone repeats your affirmations without conviction. You sense it when they mirror your revelations but lack the authority to live them. They copy your rhythm, but they cannot access your root. They echo your truth, but they are disconnected from its source. And spirit whispers to you, this is envy masked as admiration, falsehood disguised as fellowship. For what is not born of spirit cannot endure, and what is not carried by conviction cannot manifest. Say this aloud with fire. I speak words that create. I speak words alive with spirit. I speak not as an echo but as a voice of divine authority. Understand this law. When spirit speaks, creation responds. When man echoes without spirit, nothing moves, nothing changes, nothing lives. Empty repetition may impress the ear, but it cannot touch the soul. Only words with spirit pierce through atmospheres, tear down walls, and manifest abundance. You must guard your ears against hollow echoes, against words that sound true but carry no power. For if you feed on imitation, you weaken your spirit. If you accept echo as truth, you dilute your discernment. Declare again, I will not live on empty words. I will not follow hollow voices. I receive only spirit-filled truth that builds, empowers, and transforms. This is the prophetic truth. Your words carry fire because they are born of your alignment. The echo without spirit will try to imitate you, but imitation is powerless. The envious will try to duplicate your language, but duplication without vibration is dead. Let them echo, you will create. Let them repeat, you will manifest. Let them imitate, you will transform. For the Spirit does not endorse echoes. The Spirit endorses voices rooted in truth, in divine identity, in alignment with eternal law. Say it now with authority, I am the original voice of my destiny. I am the living word of my abundance. I do not echo, I create. I do not copy, I manifest. I am Spirit's voice in motion, and all creation responds. And so it is decreed, the echo without Spirit shall fall silent, the imitation shall fade, the counterfeit shall crumble. But your voice, filled with divine fire, shall remain. Your words shall prosper in the thing for which they are spoken. Your declarations shall not return void, for they are not echoes. They are decrees sealed by Spirit. Lift your voice now. I am not an echo, I am a voice. I speak with fire. I live in power. I manifest abundance by divine law. Hear this divine decree with fire in your soul. The competition spirit is the spirit of lack, the spirit of envy, the spirit of those who do not know their source. It is the shadow of those who believe that what you carry diminishes what they can carry. The blindness of those who think your rise is their fall, your blessing their loss, your victory their defeat. But hear me well. In the kingdom of spirit there is no scarcity. In the law of abundance there is no rivalry. In the divine order of prosperity there is no competition. All that is yours flows to you, all that is theirs flows to them, and no man can steal what heaven has decreed. Say aloud with authority, I do not compete, for I am complete. I do not strive against man, for I am aligned with divine law. What is mine by eternal right, and it cannot be taken. The competition spirit exposes itself in those who cannot rejoice at your victory. They clap with their hands, but not with their hearts. They watch your breakthrough not as witnesses of inspiration, but as judges of comparison. They measure themselves against you, they imitate you, they chase you, but they are not aligned with spirit. They are driven by fear. They believe life is a race, but spirit says life is an unfolding. They believe success is scarce, but spirit says success is infinite. They believe they must outshine you, but spirit says each star shines in its appointed constellation, each soul radiates in its appointed orbit, each destiny manifests in its appointed hour. Declare now, I renounce the competition spirit. I refuse to engage with envy. I celebrate the victories of others, for I know my own is assured. I rise above rivalry into divine prosperity. For competition is the language of the world, but creation is the language of spirit. Those who compete cannot create. Those who compare cannot manifest. Those who envy cannot align. Competition drains, but creation multiplies. Competition enslaves, but creation liberates. The competition spirit is a prison of the small-minded, but the creative spirit is the throne of the awakened. The envious may run beside you, may attempt to outrun you, may mimic your stride, but they cannot touch your finish line, for your finish line is marked by spirit alone. Say with boldness, my destiny is sealed, my portion is secured, my blessing is infinite, and I do not compete. Understand this law. When you compete, you confess lack. When you compare, you confess insecurity. But when you align, you confess abundance. The law of spirit does not bless the competitor, it blesses the creator. It does not honor the rival, it honors the original. It does not reward envy, it rewards faith. When you rise into your own vibration, no man can block you, no rival can hinder you, no competitor can surpass you. For spirit has written your success with fire. Declare it again, I am beyond competition. I am in divine flow. I am a creator, not a competitor. I manifest without rival. I prosper without resistance. I ascend without limitation. And hear this truth, the competition spirit will always collapse under the weight of its own striving. For rivalry breeds exhaustion, envy breeds despair, comparison breeds emptiness. But divine alignment breeds rest, joy, multiplication, abundance without toil. You were not born to compete, you were born to command. You were not born to rival, you were born to reign. You were not born to measure, you were born to manifest. Lift your voice and decree, I release all competition from my spirit. I release all rivalry from my circle. I release all comparison from my soul. I am chosen, I am complete, I am abundant, I am free. And so it is established. The competition spirit shall not touch you, the envy of rivals shall not hinder you, the striving of pretenders shall not weary you. You are spirit's chosen, you are divinely appointed, you are eternally abundant. Your wealth is infinite, your path is sacred, your crown is secured. Say it with power. I do not compete, for I already reign. I do not rival, for I already rule. I do not compare, for I am incomparable. Hear me with the ears of the Spirit. The hidden whisper is the weapon of the envious, the language of the false, the secret tongue of those who dare not speak in the light. They cannot confront you face to face, for truth would expose them. They cannot bless you openly, for blessing burns their pride. So they hide in corners. They whisper in shadows. They plant seeds of poison in the dark. The hidden whisper is not a sound of loyalty. It is the sound of betrayal. It is the murmur of envy dressed as concern, the quiet word of falsehood clothed as wisdom, the subtle suggestion designed to fracture your favor, to weaken your name, to disturb your peace. Say aloud, every hidden whisper against me is exposed. Every secret tongue raised against my destiny is silenced. I walk in truth, I walk in light, I walk in power. For divine law declares, what is spoken in darkness shall be revealed in the light, and what is whispered in secret shall be shouted from the rooftops. No hidden tongue can prosper against the child of spirit. No secret murmur can overturn the decree of heaven. Their whisper is weak, their counsel is empty, their conspiracy is doomed. You are guarded by fire, and fire hears every sound. You are shielded by spirit, and spirit uncovers every plot. You are crowned with destiny, and destiny cannot be stolen by the whispers of envy. Declare this with force: my name is protected, my work is defended, my destiny is secured by divine law, and no whisper can alter it. Understand this eternal truth. The whisperer carries the spirit of the serpent. It was the serpent who whispered in the garden, planting doubt, disguising deception, distorting truth. The serpent does not shout, it whispers. It does not confront, it coils. And those who carry the spirit of whispering seek to inject doubt into others about you. They weaken trust by suggestion. They sow suspicion without proof. They speak half-truths, wrapped in tones of false humility. But spirit is not deceived, and neither are you. For you carry discernment, and discernment pierces through the veil of shadows. Say now with boldness, I am immune to the serpent's whisper. I am deaf to envy. I am blind to falsehood. I am shielded by truth. The hidden whisper is powerless before the decree of divine law. For truth is eternal, and lies are temporary. Truth multiplies, and lies dissolve. Truth is fire, and lies are straw. The whisperer thinks they harm you, but they harm themselves. For every secret word they speak returns to their own house. Every shadow they cast falls on their own path. Every net they weave entangles their own feet. Spirit says, do not fight whispers with whispers. Do not descend into the shadows. Stand in the light. Speak with power, decree with fire. For light dissolves darkness, and authority silences lies. Declare it again. I do not defend myself, for spirit defends me. I do not chase shadows, for truth shines through me. I am untouchable by the whisper, for my vibration is higher, my fire is brighter, my destiny is sealed. And hear this prophecy: the whispers against you will turn into a witness for you. Those who spoke against you in the dark shall watch your rising in the light. Those who doubted you in secret shall behold your abundance in public. Those who murmured against your name shall be silenced by your success. For spirit lifts you above the reach of whispers, and your prosperity will become your defense. Lift your voice now and decree, no whisper can stop my wealth. No whisper can hinder my calling. No whisper can break my identity. I am chosen, I am crowned, I am unshakable, I am untouchable. And so it is established. The hidden whisper is dissolved. The envious tongue is silenced. The secret counsel is broken. You rise, you reign, you prosper, untouched by shadows, untouchable by envy, unshaken by lies. Say it once more with fire. I walk in truth. I shine in light. I prosper in spirit. The hidden whisper has no power over me. Hear the word with clarity and fire. False humility is the disguise of pride, the mask of envy, the performance of submission without the spirit of surrender. It bows outwardly but resists inwardly. It speaks softly but schemes secretly. It pretends to be small, yet longs to be exalted. It hides its ambition under a cloak of meekness, waiting for a chance to rise above you, to rival you, to replace you. But spirit is not deceived, and you must not be deceived. For humility without truth is hypocrisy, and meekness without spirit is manipulation. Say aloud, I discern the false cloak. I recognize the counterfeit meekness. I walk with the true and separate from the false. For divine law declares, true humility does not compete, it celebrates. True humility does not resent, it rejoices. True humility does not pretend to be less. It knows that all are made whole in spirit. False humility, however, bends in body but not in heart. It lowers its tone but raises its envy. It praises you to your face but burns within, saying, "Why not me? Why not now? Why not mine?" And when your blessing increases, their mask begins to crack. Their words remain smooth, but their eyes betray their spirit. Their voice sounds soft, but their vibration exposes their pride. Declare this with force: I will not be deceived by false appearances. I discern truth by spirit, not by performance. I welcome only genuine humility, born of light, born of love, born of spirit. Understand this eternal truth. False humility is still pride. Pride that shouts is easier to see, but pride that whispers is more dangerous. Pride that boasts can be resisted, but pride that pretends to bow seeks to infiltrate. It lingers close to your light. It disguises itself as a servant, but it waits for a moment to betray. Spirit warns you not to judge by words, not to judge by posture, but to judge by vibration. What carries peace is real, what carries envy is false. What uplifts your spirit is true, what secretly drains it is counterfeit. Say now with boldness, I call forth the genuine. I call forth the loyal. I call forth the meek who are mighty in spirit. And I cast out all falsehood from my circle. The law is exact. Whatever is false will always collapse. Whatever is true will always stand. The mask may endure for a season, but it cannot last in the presence of light. For when the fire of spirit rises, false humility trembles. When divine authority speaks, hypocrisy shatters. When discernment sharpens, the counterfeit is revealed. You need not expose them with your own hand. The law of spirit exposes them by itself. Their own fruit will testify. Their own actions will declare. Their own vibration will betray them. Declare again, I am clothed in true humility, which is strength under spirit. I am crowned with authority, which is given by divine law. I am surrounded by the genuine, and all that is false departs from me now. And hear this prophecy: your abundance will test their humility. For when you rise, the false will resent your height. When you prosper, the counterfeit will choke on your increase. When you ascend, their meekness will turn to mockery, their softness to slander, their flattery to bitterness. But this is your confirmation. Spirit uses your blessing as a fire, and that fire burns away the masks. The false cannot endure your rising. The counterfeit cannot survive your expansion. The prideful clothed as meek will reveal themselves by their inability to celebrate you. Lift your voice and decree, I am free from false humility. I am aligned with truth. I am surrounded by those who rejoice in my rising. I am shielded from envy disguised as meekness. I walk only with the loyal, the genuine, the spirit-born. And so it is established. You will not be deceived by masks. You will not be entangled by pretense. You will not be bound by false humility. You will walk with truth. You will stand with loyalty. You will rise with those whose hearts are pure. Say it one more time with fire: I discern the false. I embrace the true. I walk in divine humility, and I reign in eternal abundance. And now the word is sealed. You have been shown the 10 signs, the ways to discern envy, the marks of falsehood, the masks of those who walk in shadow. You have heard the law. You have spoken the decrees. You have aligned with truth. Let it be established within you that no counterfeit can remain in your circle. No envious spirit can drain your light. No false friend can hinder your rise. You are spirit-led, spirit-guarded, spirit-crowned. You are fire in motion, abundance in form, destiny in manifestation. Say it now with authority. I am untouchable by envy. I am unshaken by falsehood. I am surrounded by truth, loyalty, and divine alignment. And so it is decreed. You will rise, and your rise will expose the false. You will prosper, and your prosperity will silence the whisper. You will ascend, and your ascension will outlast every imitation. The envious will watch but not partake. The false will speak but not prevail. The counterfeit will appear but soon dissolve. Only truth remains, only spirit endures, only destiny stands. Lift your voice one final time and decree, I am chosen, I am crowned, I am abundant, I am eternal. No lie can touch me, no envy can bind me, no shadow can follow me. I walk in light, I reign in truth, I prosper by divine law. and it is finished.